Okay, guys, so I am thinking that we watch some Furia. And for this one, I decided to pick out Sapphy. He's the newest player, of course. And it's actually the first time in a long time, I guess, that Furia has like a dedicated AWP player who is quite good. So I thought we'll take a look at this. Yeah. Everything. I'm thinking that we watch a Vertigo game, and the reason being that Furia won all the 3 Vertigos, I think. At least 1 3. I didn't see them play more than that. It's possible I missed one. I want to see what they do so well. So for this one, Sapphy played really well. And I know Furia is a very chaotic team, so I'm curious to see how an AWP player fits into that sort of style. This is a pretty regular pistol. They didn't clear out sandbags yet, it seems. That's a nice shot. And now sandbags does get killed. This first pistol round doesn't matter all too much to me. This is a pretty regular pistol round, but I'm curious to see, especially when we get onto the CT side, how is Sapphy going to be playing that? So now they actually managed to take ramp control. Hey, this is an Omega off angle here. Oh, he jumped down. There's 4 CTs even to contest with. Honestly, right now Furia looks like a regular team, let's call it that. This is nice though. This is actually... Okay, that was not so nice actually. But it's nice to see those Sapphy here. I actually don't know how to pronounce the name, if it's Safe or Sapphy or whatever, but he's at least willing also to take some aggressive fights. Here he actually found a great timing, he just needs to kill. But it's nice to see that he's actually also willing to do some aggressive moves as well. Obviously his aim was not perfect, but at least just the fact that he's taking those timings shows that he is capable of being more than just a guy sitting back, which is quite nice. Again, catches a very good timing when Yuri gets the contact there, and another sort of good trade. That's a bit unlucky for Yuri. Let's see. They are playing in tandem here, Keserato and Sapphy? Is it Sapphy or is it just Safe? Safe would be so much nicer to say. When I watch a demo, I prefer to watch CT sides from AWPers, simply because a lot of the time the T sides will come down to tactics, basically. Whereas on CT side is when you can see an AWP player being free in a way, and you can actually see how good they are, I think. Because it's on the T side, it's a lot like, okay, how much is he being put into the right position by his teammates, you know? And on CT, it's a lot about being free. But his aim looks quite solid. I mean, looks like he plays decently high sense, but it looks pretty clean. He's not even like, I guess it is Vertigo, so we won't really see anything super special. But every round starts the same, right? The T's do a smoke down at the bottom. There's a lot of smoke spam. The CT's try to make some plays. Madden actually tried to the Zeus there. And then after that they work up as a unit. And yeah, that's how it ends. I should really update that CFG on my stream. Now he's B. And it looks to be like a call in the round that he is faking the B presence. What is also great about this is that if he were to die, or if he were to get a kill here, the CTs will see that he is the one who's here. I think that is the idea behind it. That like, he's playing pretty safe, as you can tell. Like he's making it look like he's just a regular B player, and have 2 guys putting pressure on A, and then 2 guys walking mid. But if they would actually take over the space on B, they would like see that it's the AWP player there, and they're probably expecting a B hit. And if that would be the case, they over-rotate perhaps, and then the A guys can work up on that side of the map. And the mid guys could catch the lurk. So I think that's the idea behind it. But again, I'm looking forward to seeing the CT side, guess I can't speak. Hey look, a wild NaToSaphiX appeared. Yeah, that is true. Now, I think it's the first time we actually see him pick up an AWP, and he immediately kills the other team's AWP as the entry breaking around. That is quite nice to see. And he's just, again, doing sort of his job. Like, he's taking the most normal angles to take. That is a nice kill to find. He seems very confident as well. Like, in his way of playing. He's not afraid to be up close with the AWP, you know. Let's see. He's getting a lot of really good kills with this AWP. And now he might even just be locking Spinx's rotation, basically. So that this AWP won't be saved. Not sure I agree with the idea to kind of look for him. Because, I mean, I think he almost got time, but he should have probably. I think he gave him a timing gap to actually be down A now, but he's not. So, I don't know, I kind of disagree with that decision, but I mean, in the end it works out great, so who am I to comment on that? It ain't good, but it will get better. I obviously don't use it anymore, and now I think it will get better day by day, but I only used it for 3 or 4 days, and it was hard. That is a nice shot. Not an easy one to hit actually, because he swung so wide. But so far on this AWP, he looks very comfortable, confident, and I mean, he's having a ton of impact. He's also one of those players, a little bit like Simple. He's like super mobile with the AWP. He's everywhere with it. So how does the AWPer go from AWPing to lurk and back to AWPing? Is that something other teams do as well? Never seen this game style. I think it is quite common. Like, it can definitely be a tactic. The thing is also, a lot of the time, the AWP player is kind of one of the star players, so you want him to go in late, and that's where, like, he could potentially end up lurking, you know? But also, it is just sort of a strategy that you put the AWP player out of position in one of your rounds, like in that round, for example, because he is gonna be just faking default and playing the most passive, and then he needs to find, like, the good timing to play. And he's playing alone, but if he dies, it looks like, yeah, there are more people towards B because they kill the AWP player. That's basically it. And that creates a little bit more space. If he gets an entry, for example, by himself, that's even better, because then the CTs are going to be over-rotating so much. I've seen AWPers that play mid-lurks and just hold from ladder very late. The way they play seems very baity. Yes, there are also very different styles of AWPers, you know. I would say Sapphy looks to be a much more aggressive and yeah, mobile AWP player. But I also understand, I mean, there are many AWPers that do, sort of have a pretty baity style, but there's also sort of normal, because you do have the most expensive weapon, you know. It does make sense to save it, because that weapon alone can win you the next round. But I would also see if it's on the T side and you see them do something very baity, like lurking mid or something, it's most likely a game plan thing, and not so much a decision they just took in the round, you know. So if it is a game plan thing, you can't really blame them, I would say. Like, if the caller told him to lurk mid, he has to lurk mid, you know. Otherwise it would be a way worse sign if he's not doing that. But again, we see a lot of smoke spam. Madden seems to be like hyper aggressive, which is good, like pretty nice to have on a team. But it seems like also Sapphy, he's like got a very good read of the game. He's very good at knowing when to push and where he can push and all those kind of things, you know. This is smart by him as well. I mean, this is just really cerebral. The whole execute comes in, they want to rush towards the window, and he stays tucked and peeks up late. They are never ever gonna expect that. But if it was like a round where they actually wanted to muller away the window and push towards A, that might have gotten him into trouble. But it's really rare with Tech 9s that you want to do that. Who are your top 3 AWPers of the moment? I mean, Brokey kind of has to be there. It will probably be like Brokey, Surson, Simple, something like that. Seems to be a shout. Syvo is not having the best of times right now. But I still do believe, obviously, he's like up there as one of the best AWPers. But if we're talking current form, I would pick those 3. Go right hand man. I guess we could do that if you want to. I don't know what happened in this round exactly. It's always hard to tell. But Ents don't have a lot of money, it seems like. Or at least they decided to like half buy here. And I think... Did they kill both A players or did they just kill one? Either way, it feels like a round where you should maybe... It's possible Fury didn't expect it. I mean, if there were only one A, I think you could kind of argue that it's not smart. But I think Fury and Art have both been A players, and now Fury gets a nice kill. But look again, like, he knows when also to back out from the fight. A lot of very aggressive AWP players will stick around in the position, you know. But here he actually recognizes they haven't moved through Ivy, my ramp guy is dead. They have sort of low money, so if he ends up being able to save or even getting some exits, it's not bad, you know. But he actually finds the right timing to fall back. He actually gets killed, but so maybe he got seen or like got spotted. But still, he didn't just needlessly stick around there, you know. We do see Yuri and Art just working A, and this is a lot of the time just the job of an AWP player. He needs to just be kind of the rotation playing on A, because it's very difficult to actually, when there's that many smokes and so on, to do anything against the T's. A has evolved from at the start being a place where you typically took the AWP to now being a place where almost exclusively the rifles play. So yeah, he does come back now though. He knows that most likely that Ents don't have an AWP, and in that case it can be quite nice to play here with AWP, especially when the T's are out of smokes. They did re-smoke it now. And this is probably something I would not do. I mean, now he gets a kill, but he should die. How is he still alive? Oh my god. You can wallbang this, I believe. Ah, he ends up dying. I mean, in a 5-on-3 you should definitely not do this, but yeah, I guess it kind of worked. He's also feeling the game, so it's fair enough. It shows still confidence though, and that confidence is nice, so... This is an interesting angle to hold, actually. A little bit scary now that his teammate left sandbags. Because if he just walk up the ramp, he will have a very tough duel. And they're gonna do exactly that, or not. It's a good angle to hold, because you see, Madden is now in the headshot angle, but he's not fighting the headshot angle. He's just holding when they come out yellow. The thing is, though, that, like, it's very difficult to hold ramp. But his CT teammates are now boosting to try and hold ramp for him. It is an interesting idea. I think, like, yeah, he has definitely overstayed his welcome. It's a very risky angle to take, and I think, it's, I don't know. As long as you have a sandbags player to help, it can be quite good, but I think in this case it was, he should have left after his sandbags guy got pushed off the angle. So let's see, Art is just killing them alone on A. He actually is holding all of A by himself right now. And he's killing everyone. So that is interesting. I think that's how the game is going to end here, guys. I believe it was like it was a 16-11. It actually does come quite close. Do they deny the plan? No. Ooh, this is actually a spicy round. I think... Whoa. How does this come down to a 2 or 2? I mean, there you see the class, actually. If he doesn't get the kill, they actually lose this 5-on-2. But because he gets that kill, Art gets the space to come in from the back and kill the last guy. Very nice to see. Well, he seems to be a very capable AWPer. Less so capable rifler. But he is by no means, like, tragic as a rifler, you know. It's not like he is completely awful or something. That's definitely not how it is.